Hello, welcome to our Infants of Savoy Home Base Infants video for the week. My name is Miss Cindy Renteria. I'm happy to be here again, and thank you guys for joining one more time. We'll be discussing infants this time around. Can you guys believe it? This is the last activity for the month of April. We're already moving on to May. We're almost getting closer to our finishing up our program. We are happy that you guys have been able to do the activities, participate in all our afternoon activities. Like recently, we just had our parent conference. Thank you to all the moms and dads that participated. It makes us very happy to see you guys joining and learning and gaining more knowledge and experiences. I know this time around it could be different. It's totally different. It's through Zoom, but you guys have been rocking it. You guys have been awesome. You guys have been learning and gaining information, even helping us to get more information, which makes us, working as a team. And that's what we want. That's what we strive for here in our home base program. Thank you once again. I really do appreciate all your hard work. Like I usually say, you guys are your child's first teacher, and you guys are doing a great job, especially with these little ones that right now they're sponges. They're observing everything that we're teaching them, every move, every sound, everything that we're doing in our daily routines. Our little ones are the main ones that are actually just focusing on us, looking at us, at everything else that we do, mimicking us, following our mouth movements. And you guys are doing a great job. I just wanted to start off with that. I feel like we needed to say it now before we move on through our activity. As we normally do, we sing our greeting song, and then after that, we do our book and we move on to our activities. Our greeting song is going to start with Miss Cindy's here today. Miss Cindy's here today. Clap, clap, clap. Miss Cindy's here today. And remember, moms, for our little ones, we still want to sing to them. We want to have that eye contact with them. We want to lower ourselves to them. And it's very important that we incorporate singing and that we do it every day as many times as we can during the day. Singing stimulates language, even if you feel like, oh, my baby is still a newborn, or my baby's 4 months, 3 months, 2 months. It's okay. We want to incorporate singing. We want for them to be listening and be able to see our mouth movements. And when you're gonna see them smile, you're gonna see them goo at you when you sing to them. And for our older ones, of course, we have the ones that are already sitting down. They can actually follow the clapping. That's what we want. This is physical. This is motor. They're using their hands. And then we have our ones that are babies that are moving on to 11, 12, 1-year-olds. They're able to say some words, or mommy, or daddy's. You're not gonna say daddy's here, but they're able to say dada, papi. And that's what we want. That's what we want out of this little singing that we do. And like I said, sing to your little one as much as you can throughout the day when you're changing their diaper, when you're getting their bottle ready, or when you're getting their food ready, if the little one's already having smashed food, or when you're just getting ready yourself and you have them sitting down waiting and you're getting ready yourself. That's a perfect timing to do that. The book that I have right now is I Know a Lot, and this is going to be the front cover of the book, the spine of the book, and the back of the book. It's very important that every time we're going to read a book to a child that we actually start off with the front, the spine, and the back of the book. So now we have I Know a Lot. I know rocks are heavy and flowers are light. I know that bright means day and dark means night. I know balls can bounce and kites can fly. I know water is wet and glue will dry. I know snow is cold. I know the stove is hot. If you ask me things, I know a lot. Yes, you guys know a lot, and this is the end of our story. We want to make reading as much as fun as we can. We want to do reading on a daily basis. We want our little ones to enjoy reading, to be, they see a book and they get happy that they see a book. Nowadays is very, very, technology has taken over so much that I've seen little ones with tablets and with phones. And what we want to see them is like rather holding a book and actually, trying to read themselves or listening to you or bringing the book to you. We have the ones that are already walking. But you guys are doing awesome. Just continue to do what you're doing. And in your packet this week, you guys receive Singing is Joyful and More. And that's exactly what we were talking about, singing. And then also, babies love music. They will generally stop what they're doing in order to pay attention when they hear a song. If you're singing to them directly, they will make eye contact with you and smile. And that's what we want. We want them to give us that eye contact. We want them to give us that smile. That smile is them telling us, I love what I'm listening. I love what I'm hearing. While singing is joyful, it also has many other benefits. Generally, singing creates a sense of well-being, which is a turn cause to the brain to release endorphins that help protect the immune system and also act as a memory fixative. Ever wonder why you so easily remember TV and jingles? Have you ever wondered that you know what time of day it is by what show you're watching on TV? Or that you hear a little jingle and you know what it is? Because your body, when they listen to music, they release endorphins, and the endorphins, everything works along, even for infants. Everything is connected, all the memory, and like they say, I remember when I was in school, when I was trying to learn the multiplication table, the way I learned it was through music. I try writing them down, I try memorizing them, and then my teacher at that time suggested we should sing them out, and boom, that was it. I sang them out, and of course, in my mind and my brain, and that's the way that I was able to learn my multiplications. This is something that you can do. Sing to your baby as often as possible. Create songs about taking a bath, eating, or changing a diaper, and any other routine. Sing about the events and things that happen during the day. Also, play music for your baby when she is awake. Play a variety of music styles such as country, such as classical, pop, jazz. Babies are sensitive hearing, so keep the volume low. And this is a perfect timing when we can introduce all kinds of music, not just introduce jazz, introduce classical music, and you will see how they will relate to themselves. When I was in the classroom, when it was time for our little ones to go to nap time, we would put classical music, and the little ones already knew classical music would come on. The lights would get dark. The lights would go down. It's time to relax, to unwind, and the baby will take a nap as soon. And they automatically knew that. Once the lights was off, the music was on, they already knew, like, okay, it's time for nap time. So that routine change was really, really good. And then also in your package, you guys receive what it is, roll over. How many of our babies are rolling over already? That's fun. It's fun. It's fun. It's nice to see our little ones roll over, but then it's also like, oh, I got to pay attention to my little one now. I can't leave him by himself because he starts rolling over. That's when we need to be more cautious. When babies sleep on their tummies, they learn to roll over or at 2 months, which is about the same time that they learn to lift their chest. So if your baby is sleeping in their tummy, they're going to learn to roll over by the time they're 2 months. Remember, mommies, not all babies are the same. Some may roll over 2 months, some may take a little time, which is fine. Place your baby on the floor and help him roll over. Roll from his tummy to the back, showing him how to push with one arm. And then, of course, you're going to put your baby down in their tummy and you're going to help them, give them the support that they can push themselves over using their arm. Then help him roll from his back to the tummy by showing him how to lift the leg and move across the other leg. Practice this during floor time. So you're going to place your baby You're going to teach him that when he's facing down, that he uses his arms. When he's facing up, that he's using his leg to move over. And this is a perfect timing for one-on-one activity, for a rollover. And this is mainly for our 0 to 3 babies. So this is something that you guys can do when this tummy time. And then what we have here for our 3 to 6 months is going to be crawling buddies. Our 3 to 6 months babies are already trying to go on the move. They're already rolling over. They're already getting, they're getting ready to start crawling and getting ready to get across to the room. And what we have here is at 6 months, baby will begin to crawl. Their brain has wired to the depth of perception. Their leg and arm muscles are strong by now, and their coordination is improving. They will generally rock before they take off. So have you noticed when they're little that they start going like this, or they start moving more forward and forward, and you're like, okay, is he going to go forward? Is he going to stay? That's a way of them trying to, that's a step for them. Some of them start by rocking, and then eventually as time goes on, they continue to crawl. Or we have the ones that scoot. They haven't learned that they can actually use all 4 legs and be able to move around. They continue to scoot. This is a really fun time. And what you can do as moms and dads is get on the floor and crawl with the baby who is just learning to crawl, to encourage her to stick with the activity longer. So you want to be on the floor with your little one when they're trying to crawl, and not be sitting in the couch and just watching them. You want to get on the floor too, and you want to encourage them. Something that I used to do with my daughter was I used to be on one end and my husband would be on the other end, and he'll be holding a toy that we knew she liked, and that would encourage her to crawl. Or I would just place a teddy bear and she would try to get to it. And that's, something that you guys can do. And then also what we have here for our 6 to 12 months that are already crawling, which is crawling fun. By this time, 6 to 12 months, they're already moving. Trying to stand up, stand up on the sofa, trying to stand on the chair. By this time with crawling fun is that you guys want to be on the floor with them. You want to continue encouraging their crawling. And if you have your little ones that are already trying to stand up by holding themselves or grabbing the chair or their push toy and they're able to push the toy, that's what we want. Crawling is a perfect cross-lateral movement. Left limbs and right limbs take turns as crossing bodies midline. And this is what we want to do. Place pillows, large blocks, and a path, and invite the little ones to watch you crawl over the obstacle. So that's what we want. We want you to encourage them. We want you to have a good amount of space. We want you to get down with them, have them crawl, you be there with them, encourage them. And of course, if you have those push toys, encourage them push toys and always be with them. We don't want to leave them by themselves. And what we have here for our child-parent development, which is space and structure for your little explorer. We want to be mindful of our space because like right now that we're talking about them crawling and everything, we want to be mindful of the space, and we want to make sure that we have a good amount of open space, that our little one is able to be freely from one side of the living room to the other. For them to be able to move around and not you feeling like, oh, I have this connection over there. I have these wires. We want to have that open space for them. Every good designer takes the client's perspective. This approach works well in parenting too. Use your own curiosity to notice your child's behavior. Then ask yourself, how can you set up a living space for her to learn and to grow? This is when we start thinking about that. Your own peace of mind. Like your child, you may feel stressed because of all the new situations she brings to your life. Having children can feel like one long, unpredictable adventure. You can take these steps to reduce the stress. I know having a little one at home can be a little stressful, and then right now, sometimes we are able to get out of the home. Prior to this pandemic, we were able to visit our family members a little often, and our family members come to our homes and visit us. And now it can be tough. It can be tough because we are being cautious. We're being good parents. We're taking care of ourselves. We're taking the precautions that we need. So those gatherings that we normally would have them are not happening as often or not happening at all. So I know that can cause some stress, especially when you have infants at home, or little ones at home. Designing an environment that is safe enough for your child to take that is safe enough for your child to take risks but not be in danger. Make your best effort to anticipate hazards. Keep in mind that minor mishaps can be powerful learning opportunity. Your attentive guidance allows you to uncover new abilities you did not know you had, just like your child. You have to be very mindful and cautious, and try to think ahead. And then also, one second. Oh. Also, when in designing happens when you use your knowledge of your child's development and interest in arranging daily experiences, routines, and spaces for learning. You will guide your child by modeling and teaching social emotional behaviors to keep her safe and engaged. So mainly moms and dads, we want to keep our area clear of clutter, clear of things that we might feel that our little one put their mouth, that our little one could crawl over, or our little one can fall back to. And then we have those little ones that are crawling and are standing up, and sometimes we have those babies that they hold on and they just let go. So you want to be very mindful that you have a pillow for them to fall on, or that you're actually there to catch them, because I've seen that and it's normal and it's okay. Everybody reacts different. We're all different. And some of them, when they feel like, oh my God, I can't stand anymore, they just let themselves go, not realizing that, oh, if I let myself go, I'm going to hit, bang my head or anything. But that's the way of learning. Next thing you know, they won't do that anymore because they'll know if I let go of myself, I'm going to fall back. So of course we as parents are there to be able to help them in that transition. And then also here what we have for our child development parent handout is your child loves to play with blocks. Right now is a great time to start introducing blocks. Blocks come in different shapes. They come in wood, they come in plastic, they come in cotton and rubber. We want to be very mindful. We don't, especially the wood ones are not really good for our little ones. We want to stay with the ones that are in cloth. We want to stay with the ones that are washable, because at this age they put everything in their mouth. So we want to, stay with blocks that are washable, not really homemade blocks at this time, because they tend to put everything in their mouth and we don't want them to be eating any type of paper or any type of paint. That the homemade ones come a little bit along the way. Playing with blocks has delight. Playing with blocks, especially right now for our little ones that are one second. Playing with blocks is going to help them learn in many ways. We have motor, we have social and emotional skills, we have language. At this time, you can all take advantage of playing that one-on-one with your little one, and play with them and do blocks time. And you will see how long they will actually get entertained to be playing with blocks. And blocks encourages many things for them. I have this handout here. I'm going to read a little bit with you guys. Playing with blocks has delighted children through the ages. Your modern day child is not exceptional. Blocks should be part of her play experience early and often. When babies begin to play with blocks, they are mostly interested in discovering these solid, square objects. They may throw them, pick them up, see how heavy they are, try to hold them more than one in hand. Soon, your baby even put it in their mouth. That's the way of them exploring with blocks. Block play helps develop visual septical skills, such as figuring out the relationship between objects in space, and then also creating, and playing with blocks. You may feel like, oh, well, they're just stacking, but they're actually working every single part of their eye coordination. They're doing eye and hand coordination. They're realizing if I put so many blocks together, they will fall off. They're experiencing with their mouth, they're smelling them, they're throwing them, and they're realizing that if I throw this hard, it goes further. If I throw like this, so it's everything is fine motors, is social emotional skills. We're actually working with everything when our little ones are playing with blocks. If you have your baby ones, of course, sometimes with our little baby ones, we're not able to you know to give them blocks, but this time it's like sometimes we have those little hangings on their car seat. They can play with that, or little small toys to introduce them. And of course, if they put it in their mouth, it's perfectly fine. This is the age time that they do that, which is okay. No harm in that. So thank you so much for joining me on this video with our infants. More than happy to be here with you guys. We are the last week of April. We're moving on to May. I want to remind you that next week we will have our distribution on April 30th for our month of May. So we will have the distribution for the packets of month of May. And then also April 30th, we have our socialization. I hope you guys can join us. We will be sending reminders during the week for you guys, and then also recruiting. If you guys have any families that are interested, please let your home visitor know, or myself, Miss Cindy. We are more than happy to contact the family, give them more information. We are in transition right now to start accepting applications pretty soon. We will be accepting applications May 12th. So if you know anyone that's interested, May 12th will be the first day that we actually take applications. Applications can be done in person or over the phone. Just tell them to give us a call, or you can give us their name or number if they allow it, and we're more than happy to call them, to give them more information, to send them out, invite them to our socialization. If you have a mom that would like to attend a socialization or a parent meeting to get to know all of us, our home-based team, you're more than welcome to invite them. We want to invite them, especially during this time since it's recruiting. They're more than welcome to join us in any activities that we are having during this month of May. And thank you so much for being here, and I will see you next week. Bye-bye.